A couple years ago, Apple made a very bold move to remove the headphone jack from their cell phones. And as Apple does, many other manufacturers follow. Nowadays, you don't find many headphone jacks on your mobile devices. Therefore, headphone manufacturers have started producing more and more wireless headphones. And one of the features that they put into these headphones is active noise canceling. Hi and what's up? Welcome back. This is Anthony with Everything Practical, and today I'm looking at a pair of these wireless headphones by Sony, and these are the WF-1000XM3s. In this video, I'm going to tell you if these are still worth it in 2021, if you should pick them up, some tips and tricks that you may not know about using these headphones, and give you my final thoughts on them. Without further ado, let's get on into it. So let's have a look at what comes in the box. If you're someone that cares about the packaging is quite nice, and it gives you quite a few details of the product. Inside of the box, you'll have your headphones. When you get them, they'll actually be sitting here, but since I've already been using them, I already have them out. You can take this out, and inside this pamphlet, you can remove this as well, and you get different size of the ear pads. You have your charging cable. You also have your manual, and in some areas you might have the free music service trial. So with the different size earbuds, you have small, medium, and large out of a silicone, and you have a small, medium, large also out of a foam. I've tried both the silicone and the foam, and I don't find the music quality or noise canceling to be any different with each one. It's just up to you which one fits better in your ear and you find more comfortable. The case for the headphones is quite nice. It is magnetic, so it holds shut, and on the back you have your charging port. This is USB-C, which is very nice that Sony included USB-C instead of a micro USB, so that all your new devices will not need a different charger for this. Getting the headphones out is also very straightforward. You can pop this up, has a nice little catch here so it doesn't easily fall down if you do have it open. And like I said again, magnetic when you close it. To take the headphones out, you easily just pop them out. There's also a little magnetic piece on here to hold the headphones in, so if you do put it upside down and it opens up, the headphones aren't going to fall out. I can shake it pretty good and they're still in there, so that's nice. Taking them out and using them is also very simple. You just take them out and then you put them in your ears. While I have them out, if you would like to change the earbud pad, you can just pull it off. You have to give it a little force, but don't worry, you're not going to rip it. Take whichever other one you want, and then as well, just push it on, and it's good. You can give it a little, oops, that's a little too hard of a pull. You can give it a little pull just to make sure, have a look. If it's not in very securely, just give it another push from the middle, and it should be in. I don't use these, so I'll change them out again. But again, yes, you can easily pop them off, and the next one, pop it on. I don't foresee you changing these very often, but for the demonstration of this video, that's how you do it. Now when you do put the headphones on, you'll put them in your ears, and then it'll talk to you. It'll tell you whether they're connected, it'll tell you what the battery status is, and the voice just talks back and forth. Sometimes it's a little confusing because you have them both talking at the same time because they individually tell you which one is connected and which is disconnected. So you hear one say connected, battery's okay, and then the other one, maybe even at the same time, connected, battery's okay. You are able to take one out and continue listening to whatever you're listening to. You can do this with both of them. The only thing you'll lose is the connectivity. So if you have one function that you really like to use on one ear and you take it out, you lose that function. So you are only able to use the function with the ear that you have in. Now when you get these headphones, you connect via Bluetooth. So on your mobile device, you'll have to make sure Bluetooth is on and then pair. You also need a headphones app, and so you'll need to download that and then go through the install. Once you do have this installed, this shows you quite a bit of nice information. Inside of the app, you can see the battery level of both earbuds as well as your case. Now, if your case is at 0% and your earbuds are at 100%, they should last about 6 hours. The case at 100% full should add an additional 18 hours of playtime with these headphones. When you put them in, the case will keep these constantly at 100%, So you can always be sure that these are 100% if you've given enough time inside of the case for them to charge. Inside of the app, also you can change your sound profile. You can change to noise canceling, how much noise canceling you would like, and adjust this to your liking. You can also choose for it to focus on voice, where it will add an additional amount of noise canceling. You can also control the ambient sound on or off, turning the noise canceling on and off. You also have an equalizer. You can choose some presets or change it to a custom setting. You also have a feature for the device to analyze your ears. What this will do is go through some settings of where you hear different noises, and the app will set the programming in your headphones to be the best for your listening. You'll have to do this in a quiet room to be sure you have the best results. You can set also a different priority of the connection, whether sound quality or stable connection quality. Inside of the system menu, this is where you can change the functions of what the sides of the headphones do. As you can see here on the headphones, there are little buttons here on the right and the left, and they do different things. And this is where you can set them up on the left and on the right. You have to have them in your ears in order to set this up. So let me put them in. So once you have them on, you can go into the settings and choose what they do. One tap is noise canceling, second tap is ambient sound, and the third tap is no noise canceling and no ambient sound playthrough. Then here you also see if you're doing the continue pressing, which means holding. Then if you're in noise canceling or ambient sound off, it'll play ambient sound playthrough. And you can go into your other ear and you can choose the function, volume, playback, Google Assistant, Amazon Alexa. Others, I have it set to playback, to where if you tap one, it's pause play. Double tap is a skip the song to the next song. Triple tap, previous song. And a long press is to launch the voice assistant function. The app is very basic and rather straightforward, which is nice and handy when you're trying to use the headphones, and I have no complaints. I've used this also with over-the-ear headphones from Sony, and it's the same, and it works very well. Next up is style. Let me pop these guys in here and give you a little side shot. And this is what they look like from the side. And I don't think they're very pretty, not at all. Now the new XM4s fit very nicely and look much more modern. I think these look a little bit like they're from the earlier late 2000s, like the old Bluetooth headsets you had with your phone. So style points are pretty low with these headphones. The comfort of these headphones is very nice. If you have smaller ears or bigger ears, they do have those extra tips that most people will be able to find a size that fits their ear the best. Now the wearability I think is fine. They're not too heavy, so they're not going to fall out of your ears when you're wearing them. However, when you are doing sports, they aren't going to fit in. Let me show you. I'll do a little head shake. Oop. And it already falls out. So when you're running or doing any sports and you're bouncing around, these are going to fall off when you're using them. I think the features are very nice. I do like that there are 3 different settings. You have the active noise canceling is setting 1. If you press on the one that you have controlling the different types of sound or noise canceling, you have active noise canceling, adaptive sound on, and adaptive sound off. What adaptive sound is it lets you hear through the headphones, so you aren't muted from everything that's going around. And the adaptive sound off is just no active noise canceling, and they're just like normal headphones. One trick there is, if you have the noise canceling on, but you need to hear something, you can just place your finger over the top for 2 or 3 seconds. It'll automatically turn on adaptive sound, so you can hear better what's going on outside, and then you just remove your finger and it goes right back to noise canceling. Now I think the noise canceling is acceptable. You definitely notice a difference using the noise canceling and not using the noise canceling. However, with the different earpieces, as I showed you earlier, even though one is foam, I don't notice a difference in the noise canceling levels. I would give the overall noise canceling a 7 out of 10. It does leave something to be desired for more noise canceling. Now if you're using these headphones while playing music or watching a movie with the active noise canceling on, you most likely won't hear anything outside of your movie or music, unless there's a quiet point or the song is changing. But otherwise, it is very nice listening without being able to hear any of the outside distractions. And now while we're talking about sound quality, let's go ahead and touch on the quality of music that you can hear out of these. I think the sound quality is very, very nice. I really have no complaints. The bass is a little bit lacking, but if you want big booming bass, you're gonna need to have the over-the-ear headphones that produce that kind of bass. The drivers in these are just not big enough to give you big booming bass. It's not that the bass isn't there at all, it's just not big and boomy. Do keep in mind you can change the bass levels through the app like I showed you earlier, but it's not going to be big and boomy. Otherwise, for music and movies, I think they're a very nice travel companion with the added feature of the noise canceling. Now, as I wrap up this video, I want to point out some final pros and cons that I think you should keep in your mind when deciding to purchase these headphones. Number one, the new model is out. WF-1000XM3s. I do have a pair of these and I'm going to be doing a review this week. Stay tuned, the video is coming later this week. Now what that means is these headphones are going to start getting a bit cheaper. Right now they're around 200 bucks, but as the new ones are out, the price is going to start dropping further and you're going to be able to find a nice discount. So if you would want to save a couple $100, I still think these headphones are very, very good. Now a little spoiler, I have already tried out the XM4s and they are amazing. Really have blown my mind away. So before you pull the trigger on the XM3s, be sure you check out my video if it's out already on the XM4s. Second is the battery life. These have about a 6-hour battery life, and the charger, they say, will give you an extra 18 hours. So you can get a total of 24 hours of listening time out of these headphones. So if you're on a very long travel day where you're not going to be able to charge these, you should be able to go without charging them for your entire trip. Or you'll just be able to recharge them 3 times to get full use out of them, a total of 4 times before you need to recharge the battery and the headphones. One other thing that I do like is the carrying case is nice and compact. Now I thought this was nice and compact before, but now that I see the new XM4 case, it's about 1/3 of the size of this, so this is still compact, but the XM4s have a very great package and are really wonderful. And since I brought it up, I'll go ahead and show you. This is the carrying case for the XM3s, and this is the carrying case for the XM4s. You can see it's less than half the height. It has the same width, but as you can see, this is quite compact when this was already compact. But don't let that fear you away from getting the XM3s. One other little nuance with this case is when you're using it, you can only set it down like this. I mean, it does sit and stand, but if you want to take out and put in the headphones, you have to pick it up, put them in, take them out. I think it's just a little strange that you have to put it upside down instead of being able to sit it right side up. Being able to just click this open, take them out and set them back down, you have to flip them over. Just something I think is silly about the design of the case. So now for a few cons with the headphones. First, I really don't like that you can't really go running in these. Doing gym workouts is typically fine as long as you're not bouncing around. As soon as you start bouncing around, these are gonna start falling out of your ears and it is very annoying. If you're just riding in a car or in a train or a bus, wherever, then these are not gonna fall out of your ears. But like I said, if you're doing running or any jumping sports, they're going to fall out of your ears within a minute or so. Second, because these are wireless, maybe something you didn't consider is when you go on an airplane, you're not going to be able to hook these up and use them while you're on the airplane. You have to have another pair of headphones or use the ones that the airline provides you when you travel. And this isn't only for these Sonys. This is for all wireless earphones or earbuds that you're not going to be able to connect via a headphone jack. And the last little negative I would like to point out for these headphones is that they're a little difficult to pair sometimes. You have to hold your fingers over the headphones for 10 seconds and then pair. If you have another device that it's paired with before, it'll maybe jump back to that one. So you just need to be a little careful, have your Bluetooth on and off on certain devices that you want it to connect to or not connect to. And I found it just a little annoying trying to pair to different devices. Unfortunately, yes, it doesn't have multi-device connectivity, but I don't think it's such a big negative to where you shouldn't be getting these headphones. Now, a couple tricks that I've noticed. One time I wasn't able to hear any noise coming out of these, even though I was pressing the volume up on my phone all the way. What I noticed I had to do is I had to go into the app and move the slider of the volume. It could have been that you can set the maximum loudness that this would put out. Even if you have your phone up all the way, if you set these to say 80%, that they don't play 100%, even if you turn your phone up all the way, that could have been a setting that I wasn't noticing before. So if you don't hear anything, have a look at that. Second is if you're not getting the noise canceling you want, also go into the app and increase the noise cancellation until you're satisfied with the level. Sometimes it could put a little pressure on your ear because noise canceling works. As the noise comes in, it plays an alternate sound wave to cancel it out. Sometimes this can be really uncomfortable for your ear, so just play around with that setting until you're happy. All in all, I'm very happy with these headphones. The sound quality is very nice, the noise canceling is good, and I do recommend them. And I think right now a fair price would be around $150. And I say that because the new XM4s are out and they're very, very nice. So getting a very good deal on these or spending double the money on the XM4s, because those are coming in around $280, $300 right now. So don't let these deter you, but the XM4s are definitely better. A step up in quality, a step up in noise cancellation, and a big, big step up in style. But again, these are still very, very good. They were best in class when they first came out. So getting them for the right price, you will not be upset. Well, that's it for me. I hope you enjoyed the review. If you have any remaining questions, be sure to leave them in the comment section below and I will make sure I get back to you. If you found any use out of this video, be sure you give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure you do subscribe. As always, stay practical and I'll see you in the next one.